Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you have recently graduated in Canada and received your post-graduation work permit, chances are you're wondering, how do I extend my spouse open work permit? If that's why you are here, you are at the right place. The reason I'm making this video is because IRCC has recently made the spousal open work permit rules much stricter. Many people are getting confused about what document should I upload, what should go inside client information, do I need explanation letters, what employment document should I attach, how should I organize everything. Since my wife's SOWP extension was approved successfully, I wanted to share exactly how I prepared the application. I'm not an immigration consultant or lawyer. The video is simply based on my successful application and is intended to help you organize your documents better. Before we begin, let me quickly give you my timeline so you can understand my situation. I came to Canada for my master's in chemical engineering at the University of Calgary. This was in 2023. I completed my master's in April 2025. After graduation, I applied for my PGWP and it was approved in September 2025. And fortunately, I started working as a process engineer. It was in July, and this position was a tier one occupation based on knock code. So once I received my PGWP in September, I immediately applied for my wife's spousal open work permit extension based on my PGWP and my tier one employment. And the application was approved successfully, as I mentioned before. So, one thing I personally believe helped was preparing a very organized and professional client information document rather than simply uploading some random files. That's exactly what I'm going to show you today. Before we continue, I just want to give you an important disclaimer that I'm not an immigration officer or lawyer, and please remember that these immigration rules change frequently. The documents I'm sharing are what worked for my application, and this application was based in late 2025 and the beginning of 2026. Always check the latest IRCC eligibility requirements before applying, and this video focuses on document preparation and presentation, not any legal advice. So let's now open the client information PDF. And as you can see here in the screen, this single PDF contained almost everything I wanted the visa officer to understand about our application. Instead of uploading documents randomly, I just created one organized package with proper headings and sequence. The first page here you can see it is simply a table of contents listing every document included in the package, making it easier for the visa officer to navigate. So, document one was the applicant's request letter. You can prepare something like this as the first page, and then you can go ahead as follows. So, first document was the applicant's request letter. This was the first document, and this is the request letter written by my wife, who was the applicant here. In this letter, she explained why she was applying, that her previous work permit had been issued because I was an international student, that I had now completed my master's and I had received my PGWP. And I was working in a tier one occupation, and therefore she was requesting an extension of her spousal open work permit. You can go through this entire letter, and maybe based on your condition, you can change some facts that you have, and you can apply based on this, or you can write this letter based on it. So I also included a short explanation about our genuine relationship and how continuing to live together in Canada supports our personal and professional lives. So my suggestion here is keep this letter honest, simple, and professional. Don't make it overly emotional. Just explain your situation clearly. Next is the document two, which is the sponsor support letter. So the next document was my own support letter. I personally wanted the visa officer to hear directly from me. In this letter, I explained I had completed my master's, I had received my PGWP, I was working full time, my occupation belonged to Tier 1, I fully supported my wife's application. I explained why it was important for us to continue living together while building our careers in Canada. I also summarized both our immigration statuses in a simple table, which makes it easier for the officer to understand the application quickly. You can see the table here. Then after this, I prepared document 3, which was letter of explanation. This is another document that I think many applicants overlook. The letter of explanation clarified information that could not fit properly in the IMM 5710 form. For example, the form asked about the intended duration of employment. Since it was an open work permit, I explained that the requested validity should match my PGWP validity. I also mentioned additional documents attached, such as educational details and resume. Remember, if something cannot be explained inside the application form, we can use the letter of explanation. Don't leave the officer guessing. Here is what I wrote, and then let's turn to the next document, which was the current work permits. So I included copies of my wife's current work permit and my own postgraduate work permit. These documents just established that both applicants were legally living in Canada and they had their legal status in Canada. Then I went to document 5, which was the employment documents. In the employment documents, I just prepared a brief table that what I have included. For example, I have included mine job offer letter, my current letter of employment confirmation with duties, and my recent pay stubs. I used 3 pay stubs, and those, I think the 3 pay stubs are enough. The employment confirmation letter clearly showed job title, permanent full-time employment, duties, and employer information. The pay stubs demonstrated that I was actually working, and this combination helps establish genuine ongoing employment. Next, I put my education documents. That is, I attached my university completion letter and official transcripts from the U of C, University of Calgary. This proved that I had successfully completed my program and was eligible for the PGWP. Then after this, I put my proof of relationship documents, which were just photographs. We had photographs from our marriage, from our Canada tours, Canada visits. So attach as many photos as you can. This will show that you were living together, you were going to places together, roaming around. Maybe you can put some cafe photos in which you are together. So just give some photos. I also put my marriage and reception and all those photos where there were many people surrounded by us. And that clearly shows that our relationship is genuine. And the goal to put those photos is simply to demonstrate that the relationship is genuine. Then I put this additional employment details. This is just continuation of the employment table in IMM 5710E form because my wife had some more experience, and that's why I had to put this here. So this keeps everything neat and complete. I just created an additional page here. And after this, I put additional documents. These are not necessary, these are not required, but I just put so that the officer can understand about her education and her job role, which she had done in India and also in Canada when she came here. So in this, I attached my wife's educational documents, VES evaluation, and resume. Again, these documents weren't necessarily the deciding factor, but they provided the visa officer with a complete picture of the applicant. So finally, my tips would be don't upload random files. Prepare a clear table. Create one organized client information PDF. Write clear explanation letters. Make sure your employment documents are strong and consistent, and keep everything professional, clean, and easy for the visa officer to review. Remember, there are many applications, so they like if it is arranged properly. As I mentioned in the beginning, that IRCC has recently tightened the eligibility requirements. So before using my document structure, please verify that you still qualify under the current rules. Even if the eligibility rules change, the way you organize your application, explain your situation, and present supporting documents. So I hope this video helps reduce some of the stress that comes while preparing SOWP extension. And thank you so much for watching. I wish you all the very best with your application. Thank you.